last news conference, you said there's no systemic risk to the financial system because of 1MDB possible default. Does that still stand? And also, do you think a default by 1MDB is going to derail Malaysia's effort to consolidate our fiscal position to 3% next year? Well, sorry, it's this year, right? 2015 to 3%.
On the first question, when I mentioned this, we were releasing our financial stability report, and Malaysia has one of the most transparent reports that describe our the assumptions of our stress tests. In other words, a severe recession, a collapse of financial markets, including the currency, and then default of high leverage borrowers. So any corporation that has borrowings that exceed 2 billion ringgit would be on the watch list, and assumption would be made that these borrowers could default. And based on that stress test, which is done regularly and discussed during our Financial Stability Committee that meets 4 times a year, we've just met recently, and it indicates that our banks are solid in terms of their capitalization and their soundness, and they can absorb any eventuality that occurs. Now, that means that, and the banks actually demonstrated this throughout the global financial crises. We never saw financial intermediation and credit supply ever being disrupted. And that is how the private sector has been supported by continued access to financing. So I will repeat again that we do not see systemic implications on the banking sector. But I want to emphasize that this makes reference only to the banking sector, and highly leveraged entities in our economy, of course, has debts outside the banking sector. But the banking sector is under the purview of the central bank, and that's why it's incumbent upon us to provide this information, because so that depositors will know that their funds placed in our financial system is secure.